Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing channel and to track guide number 3 for round 3 here at Trial Mountain in America. So let's talk you through this as normal. You know the score, do the commentary bit first and then the 2 laps, if you like, the 2 flying laps. Laps 4 and 5 for you to watch yourself. So let's get straight onto it then. Here we go, just about to cross the line, the start finish line, to start lap 3. Here we go. So this is up to this next left-hander. Now on this particular track, there's not really any markers because we're up in the middle of the Rocky Mountains here, and sort of the markers you have to do is you have to sort of pick your own sort of markers. There are some little boards around that you can sort of treat as your markers, but there's not actually any sort of numbered markers as such, like 50 or 100 metre boards or anything like that. So for me, I mean, you'll kind of know anyway. You're obviously hurtling up here at a vast speed, certainly 6th gear, I would imagine, in most of the cars. At this point, you're going to be looking to this really difficult left-right, really tough cambered sector. Now, for me, I mean, you will get a penalty if you cut. Obviously, you're going to start to the right-hand side to cut across into the apex there. Now, at this point here, you can see there's a lot of curb you can take, and you can take it, but you've got to be a little bit careful depending on what the penalties are on, because you can get a penalty for cutting that too much. But really, what you're aiming to do is on the next right-hander, as you can see right up in front of you on the brow of the hill, you're almost trying to straight line that if you can. Not too much because you will get a penalty, but you don't want to kind of follow the road as such. You almost want to straight line it straight across the top down into the dip. So let's play it on for a little bit further. So there you go, that's kind of it. You can kind of take some of that as well as you hit the dip now. This is full pelt all the way through here, full throttle. It depends on the car again, but again, you'll be aiming for that inside blue and white curb. Just take it full whack, and then I'm a little bit tight there, but you can use all of that to the right hand side, right out onto the curb on the right hand side as well. You might see it as when I do my flying laps, but you can use all that blue and white curb on the right hand side before you approach this tunnel. Now into the tunnel, about the start of the tunnel for me, I'm going to start to brake. I'll certainly drop it down a couple of gears. Now again, I'll probably drop it down to maybe 2nd to start with, just to act as a kind of a brake, and then a short shift into 3rd at about this point here now, and then you're aiming again, a bit of a blind kind of apex if you like. You can see the curbing up there on the right hand side. Again, you're sort of aiming for that. Get as high as you possibly can up onto the top of the mound there. Use all of that there, and then you're going to have to come right across the track to the left to get this next tight right hander. Now, when I said about marking boards, only boards really you got are these little yellow boards here up on the left there. That's kind of your markers for me anyway. That's what I would be aiming. That's where I'd be looking to start braking and dropping down the gears at that little squiggly yellow line. So that's exactly what I do. 2nd again, spurt it out. I come very wide there actually, but you can use all that curb on the left. Aim for Mr. Photographer standing up on a rock. It's not the safest place to be, is it? But anyway, there you go. And then over the timing line, and again hug this inside line here. And you're going to be aiming for that tight apex here. And this is a really tricky corner as well. Well, not so much tricky is probably the wrong word, but it's tight, but it does widen as you go around it, but you can lose a lot of speed here. If you go too wide, you've got to get it back across to the right hand side for your next left. It's very, very twisty, this first part of the track, so you want to try and keep as tight as you possibly can and let it feed out. So I'll try and get as tight as possible, again a little bit wide, but feeding it out now into all the crap and dirt over here on the left, aiming to then get it back across to the right through the bridge. So wave to the people on the roof, on the bridge up there, hello, and then over to the right, and then you're going to be switching it across to this curb here. Now, under normal circumstances, you look at that and think, okay, well, I've got to stick to this side of the yellow and white markings on the track, but no, not at all. You can take all this fall almost onto the bank if you want, and take all that dirt and crap on the left as well, and then feed it out. Again, very tough, no markers or anything like that. It's really just about trying to get your apexes as best you can, really. But these rocks here on the right, you can hit as well. If you take it too far out to the right, you will hit them obviously, and they're going to hurt. And then it's just full pelt through this next back straight, all the way up through the tunnel, up the top, down the other side. This is where a lot of slipstream and drafting are going to come into play on a lot of the cars. I'll probably get up to about 6th gear at this point. Now again, there's no markers here except right there on the right hand side. That's my marker for me anyway, that little yellow sign with the arrow. That's when I'm going to start to brake. And then for me, again, there'll be other people that want to take that wide and bring it round. For me though, I hug this inside curb as tight as I possibly can. Look at that, almost on the curb there. It literally is a curb, isn't it? And then feed it out to the Texaco signs on the barriers over there, concrete. Again, very shallow there, and then here. Again, almost straight line it through this next little left right there, right close to the curbs again, and then for this next right hander, again drop it in 2nd, then a quick flick to the 3rd, use all the road right out to the curb on the left, down through the dip, and then right on the dip there, right as you're on that dip itself, right on the bottom of the dip I should say, that's when you want to start to think about turning in and braking. You can use all this curb on the inside, take that, feed it out, away you go. Now onto the final little sector, straight down to this next really tight left right sequence, and I'm about halfway through this blue or halfway up this blue and white curb is about when I start to think about shifting down. Again, there's no markers really. I mean, you could use the end of that wall I suppose as like the little brown marker wall there as your braking point. It might be a bit late at that point though, it depends in some cars, but for me, drop it down to 1st, quick short shift to 2nd, keep it in 2nd, feed it through, cut all this, now feed it from. I had a little bit of a moment there, back end was deciding to play, and then over the start and finish. That's really, I think, complex lap around Trial Mountain. A lot to think about, very tight, twisty stuff, but yeah, still a really good racing track and circuit, especially in the GR3 cars. So let's take you through now as your hot laps, start of lap 4 and 5, and yeah, here we go. So there's your lap, going as fast as I can. So the final little lap now, I'll just sort of talk you through this right as I go. So I don't think I actually get up to 6th gear in the end, to stay in 5th. then just let off, cut the corner, take that one, flatten out all the way, use all that curve. Now, bang, bang, down, up, feed it out to the right. Again, quite shallow there. Yellow board, bang, bang. Try and hug that corner, that's better. I was a bit wide last time through there. Fine again. Try and take this as tight as you can now. Feed it out, feed it out, feed it out now. Switch, stay in third. Feather it round. Now, power on. Go. All the way. Up the gearbox now. Just about get to 6th gear. Just for that last little bit. Short shift 6th. Bang. And then the yellow board on the right. Brake. Bang. Trace down, try and hug that inside curve as much as I can now, feed it out now, 30, power, right out to the right, across the timing line, flat through here, brake right on the top of the hill, down the dip, bang, again, take all this inside curve, out to the right, now flat to the end, about the middle of this curve in for me. Bang, 1 down to first, second, quick second into there, flick it round, go. I actually just touched the wall there a little bit. And there's your Trial Mountain track guide, so I hope you enjoyed that, I hope that helped some people out. And yeah, looking forward to the real races come next week. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you again soon.